Hey everyone, it's Jessie Marie. I wanted to make a video because I haven't been on in so long, but I figured it would be cool to just kind of go through some of the costumes I've made and talk a little bit about them and give you an update on why I haven't posted in like a year. And if you hear noises, please ignore. We have 3 dogs, so it can get loud. But yeah, so I make a lot of like kids costumes for family, and you know, over the years I've made a lot. But anyway, we have a costume that is Mortimer the Rat, and it's from, what is it, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, like a special one with villains. It's got the ears and a belt and boots and gloves, and I don't know if you can tell, these are early on costumes, but also they're like last minute costumes because kids can be indecisive, so I didn't really get to spend a lot of time. Like this one is Captain Hook, and this I made in like 2 hours, and we just used like a regular white button up and black pants, like from a suit or whatever, and it's got, like, you can tell I did this fast, ruffles and the cool design on like the jacket and a belt, and then we have like an eye patch and case and a hook. And then this one is a robe, which an adult or a kid can wear. It's insulated with like a thicker cotton fabric so that it's not cold. And then like the hook is a weird little toothy thing. This is a holographic princess dress. It's supposed to be like Belle. She was going to Disney and wanted to dress up, and so this is the dress I made. And it has a zipper. It's pretty plain in the back, but it has a zipper, so that's pretty cool. We have a witch's costume, which I don't know if you can tell, there's a lot of like purple because her favorite color is purple, but we have like a tutu skirt, and then I'm going to put it on the ground so you can see the dress. Ignore the dog fur. The dress itself is like purple sequins, and then I did a tulle layer over it so that it wouldn't scratch or be itchy for her. And then I did like a hooded cape. I don't know if you can see because I'm great at cameraing, but yeah. So this was like a cheap princess costume I got on clearance. And then I rhinestoned the stars and the dots, and I made a little wand. It's missing the thing that was on top of it now, but I made a wand with ribbon and bows. And then the dress itself, I rhinestoned too. Ooh, it's coming off the hanger, but yeah, so this was the dress. And I added rhinestones all over, and even the back. But yeah, a cat costume, which I made like the tulle skirt, and then I bought the accessories separate. And then this one is just a Christmas skirt. Ooh, I don't want to break this, and I just did. This one is a Christmas skirt, and it's just green and red. Something festive for the holidays. Yeah. And then we have this one, which I made more recently. It's like a year, maybe a year old. And this is the headpiece. Let me see if I can get it out without breaking it any more than I already did. But with all this tulle, here we go. So this is the headpiece. I actually watched a tutorial by Angela Clayton, and I don't know why I said her last name so funny, but she makes a lot of like period pieces, and they're beautiful, and she's an amazing seamstress. But she had done a tutorial. There's a few actually that I got from watching her videos, but this is one of the things she made, and it's just beads and sequins like hot glued on a bow that I spray painted, not a bow, a headband that I spray painted, and then I stuck a fake flower there. But it's really pretty. I'm gonna insert pictures of some of the things I think, like the adult costumes and stuff that I've worn. I'm gonna insert pictures so you can kind of see them on, because it's a little bit different than just hanging on the hanger. But this is the dress, and I did, let me see if I can show it better while it's hanging. There's beading here. And the bottom I did a couple layers of different like edging, and then more beads. Some of the beads have like fallen off because it's been worn a couple times. And then the back I did the zipper and a little bow here to kind of hide like the skirt, and it goes down so it's got a little bit of like a train, and you can definitely tell, you know, if you look at it closely in the back, it has seen better days. Like that could be restitched and stuff, but you know, the things get worn once or twice, and then I tend to get them back as kind of like a collection of things I've made. Then we just have like a purple dress that I made with some rhinestones. It's pretty plain. Then I did like the lacing on the back. And I actually had lacing on this one, or trim, whatever, on this one right here. But I took it off and I used it on this dress because I liked it so much, and it was very expensive trim. Because I'm thrifty, as you can tell from my silly, goofy cosplay videos. This one was one of like the first ones that I really tried on. This was another Angela Clayton, and you can't really tell the way I have it, but so it's a corseted back, and I actually put like boning in it, but it, you know, it's not real boning, it's plastic stuff, so you're not going to hurt a child. And I made one of these for myself too. And then I did like ruching. This is going to be horrible video quality, and I don't really care because I haven't made a video in so long. Here we go. Yeah, so there's ruching and then more beading and fake pearls and stuff, and then I lined it. And then the skirt can either go underneath this or over it, because it has more lining on the skirt. I don't think I did elastic on this yet. I don't think I was there, like skill-wise. Not that I'm there now. But yeah, so this one, if you lift up like the first layer, can you tell I like sparkles? It's got fake flowers and fake like berry embellishment, and then in here, if you see, I stitched a pocket. There's two. I stitched two pockets, and what they do is, let's see if the batteries are still good in here. You're not supposed to like leave them, but you know me. Yeah. So I only put one side on, but as you can see, it lights up. And it's a little bit heavier of a skirt because of the battery pack, but it's high enough up that it doesn't drag on the ground or anything, and it's really, really pretty. I highly recommend, like I got these lights from the dollar store, and I highly recommend anytime you can make a costume and add some like lights in it, go for it, because it's a really nice effect. And at nighttime, like for trick-or-treating, which this was more of like a Christmas dress, but for trick-or-treating, anything that glows is super cool. Like I have, and I'll show you guys at the end of like the kids' costumes, I'll show you, I have wings I made that glow in the dark too. But yeah, so this is that dress. And then this year's costume, because purple is like, you know, what we needed, is a purple ghost. And I wanted to be kind of like avant-garde, so she likes to twirl, and this is definitely a dress to twirl in. There's no zipper on this one. It pulls over the head. I made sure to make it big because I wasn't really sure how I would do a zipper and have it covered and look pretty cool. Tons of glitter and different fabrics, and most of it's tulle. It was pretty inexpensive to make, or it's stuff I already had. Like, I have so much fabric that I just don't use. Like this purple I bought for a pillow, and I used it, and then I had extra, so I was like, all right, let's make a dress out of this. Yeah, and then I lined it, because this fabric's a little scratchy. I just lined it with like white cotton, and it's perfect. And then she'll probably wear like pants and a long sleeve shirt or something, I don't know. And then the top is kind of silly, but here's the ghost head. And she likes stars and moons, so this is the fabric we chose to do like the most of for the top. And I did a headband, and I decorated it because you could definitely tell it was a headband, and I was like, whatever, we'll just do that. But the headband's pretty cool because if she gets irritated, because she's 4, so if she gets irritated, she can just flip it up almost like a bride or whatever, with a veil, and then it's not in her eyes anymore until she can stand to put it back on her eyes. Yeah, so that's this year's costume. I use this cool like rainbow cellophane and cardboard basically, and then a little bit of wire. This one I didn't cover the battery pack on because for the costume you could just slip it in the back and then it will stay up. But like I said, for Halloween these are really cool because they glow. So they're pretty neat when you see kids running around with glowing costumes. And they weren't that expensive. Like I said, I got the lights from the dollar store and then cardboard, and like I had wire, but you could do like a coat hanger. So they're really inexpensive. And then I have these, which are like bat wings or dragon wings. So you can do like girls or boys, obviously it doesn't really matter. This one has been worn more than the other, so the strap broke off. I don't know where the switch is on this one, but it lights up just like the other one. So now adult costumes. Like I said earlier, I like shiny, so we'll start down here. I made these shoes. They're rhinestoned. They're quite stunning, but this is like what I really like to do. I don't mind sewing, and I don't mind making stuff out of foam and Worbla, but I really like the shiny glitter. Yeah, so I want to do a cosplay that's completely rhinestoned, but we'll see. And then I have this, like obviously the hoodie I did not make. I wish I could say I did because it's, you know, nicely made. But inside is a work in progress, which is the Fallout 4 vault suit. It's not done, so I'm not going to show it off. So because my camera sucks, the second half of the footage did not like import on my computer, and I don't know why, but that's something I always have an issue with videos, which is why I wasn't posting as much as I should have been anyway, and I need a better camera. But this is the rhinestone like corset part of it. I just bought a regular corset, and then I added a iridescent fabric, and then added like the little lace trim and the rhinestones. I'm sorry the lighting's not as good because I already put my lighting away. So yeah, I will try to insert a picture of this from the convention. I did a short skirt instead of the full length because I didn't want it to get stepped on, but I am working on a full length skirt right now. That's why all this fabric is here. And then I have the arm, like poofy sleeves and everything. I already put like my props away, so I'm not digging them out again because this is a grade A video. But this is what I wore to PAX East this year. It's just a blue bodysuit, and then I rhinestoned the jacket with Vault 11 because that's my favorite vault. I suggest reading up on them. And then the little Vault-Tec symbol here. And then this was part of the casual cosplay I wore to New York Comic Con this year, and I will add a little photo. Then I have my Pokemon trainer from Pokemon Go, and it's just a red shirt that I added the symbol on, and then I made like a belt, but I need to make it better because the fabric I used was from a drawstring backpack, and when I hot glued it, it left like, well, it made it see-through so you can see the hot glue. And then, you know, I'll add a couple, like I have a Pikachu cosplay, which was casual, and I didn't really make much, but I put stuff together. I'll add that photo in and stuff. This was my casual cosplay of Chief Brody from Jaws. I actually have a patch that I'm going to add to it that I ordered online, so it's a little more official. This was my first cosplay that I ever wore to a convention. It's Bandit from Borderlands, and this is a paintball mask that I painted over, and then you have like the tank top, because obviously I can't go topless, and then pants, and I use magic marker on those, but I want to use fabric paint and actually add shading and dirt and make it look a lot better. And I do have like knee pads and stuff. I posted a video on that before, so if you want to see that, you can check it out, and I'll post a picture up. But I put all my accessories away, and I'm not digging them out again. And then basically, I kind of went into why I haven't been posting, and I'm going to shorten the story because, you know, it just wouldn't upload, and I don't know if it was the amount of time I spoke. But last year I had a pulmonary embolism and a DVT, which is basically a blood clot in my leg and my lungs. And I was in the ICU for almost a week. And then a week or two after I got out of the hospital, I found out I needed heart surgery. So I had heart surgery the week of Thanksgiving last year. And I still have a couple bad days, but most are good. When February rolled around, my grandmother had a stroke, and she had apraxia and aphasia, which basically means she could not speak, and she also could not understand what people were saying to her. So because I wasn't really working at the time because I had my own issues, I was helping out a lot with her. She was in and out of the hospital and a nursing home and back in her home, and she passed away in July. So the last few months, we've been basically getting her house ready to sell, painting and cleaning, going through all of her belongings and donating stuff. And so I've just been busy. Also in the spring, I got a part-time job making YouTube videos for a company. And yeah, that's why I haven't been posting. And I streamed a little bit on Twitch between now and then, but you know, I hope to start streaming regularly. Like, the new Fallout's coming out and the beta looks really cool, so I'm excited for that, but not too excited because last time I got excited for a game, it was Battlefront 2, and that was horrible in my opinion. So, you know, I hope to be streaming on Twitch a lot more in the next few months and kind of picking up where I left off. I want to do more like cosplay videos, costume creation, things like that, DIY stuff. I am by no means a makeup guru. I do love makeup, but, you know, I'm not great. So I'm going to focus more on stuff I enjoy and silly things and silly videos because that's what makes me happy. And maybe I'll do a little bit of like FX makeup and stuff, because I was starting to get into that a little bit, you know, for my PAX East costume, which I'll insert a picture so you guys can see. Yeah, so that's basically it. That's my story. That's why I haven't been around. And hopefully I'll post again soon. Okay.